was pastoring in the Redeemed Christian Church of God. And one of the biggest sacrifices I've had to make is to leave the Redeemed Christian Church of God.
Hello my family, welcome again to Direct TV, bringing to you the truth. Welcome guys to this special and wonderful episode of my video today. And right in today's video, I'm here with the man of God by person of Apostle Femi Lazarus. First of all, I would like to especially give thanks to the man of God by person of Apostle Edu Udechuku for the amazing work he's doing, and for bringing the man of God Apostle Femi Lazarus, all right, to minister and share this thought with us, all right. And I want to sincerely thank the man of God Apostle Femi Lazarus for the great work he does. You see, when it comes to this man of God Apostle Femi Lazarus, all right, I respect him and I respect his ministry, all right. One of the things I love so much about him is the how he brings reality to the preaching that he gives out. All right, he doesn't just preach, but he brings it to your situation and makes it very real to you, and that's why I love him so much. So in today's video, he's going to be sharing, or in the first part of the video, I'd like you to listen to what he's going to be saying about his life first of all, before we move to the next part of the video, as it describes when he was in Redeemed Christian Church. For those of you coming new to my channel, kindly subscribe button and subscribe, and if you haven't liked the video, hit the like button, like to this video guys. Watch this, I'll be right back.
I must be able to teach. All right, not given to wine, no striker, not greedy or filthy lucre, but patient, not a brawler, nor covetous. Yes, verse 4 now. One that the ruleth well his own house, having his children subject with all gravity. Yes, continue. Quickly, we don't have time. For if a man know not how to rule his own house, how shall he take care of the church of God? Yes. Quickly. Not a novice. This verse 6. Not a what? Not a what? So, I'm not sure that for the past how many years now, maybe just at home, somebody, I can't remember the last time I picked any book on anatomy, physiology, hematology, medical virology to pick anything to read. I can't remember the last time I did that. But there are things you can't take from me. It doesn't matter how many years I hold the mic. You can't take them from me. Because you've been trained. They've been wired into you. You spend night and day studying into them. They can't take them from you. It took years to get degrees on campus. It can't take you a vision to be an apostle. It can't take you a dream to be a prophet. It can't take you just one intuition to say you're a pastor. People are trained for this. Beyond the revelation, get the training. If not, you will minister shame. Is that okay now? How do you get somebody to build you a house? And he said, this is my first attempt. And are you with me? Things are happening in this life. And the person is asking, which one again is the... Which... You are not building a house, you are building a coffin. God will not entrust things to your hands and people to your hands more than the capacity you have built. He will not. Capacity is built for ministry. In fact, look at the way Paul also describes it in Ephesians 4. Ephesians 4, verse 1. Quickly. Ephesians 4, verse 1. I love the... look at the way Paul describes it. He said, I therefore, the prisoner of the Lord, beseech you that you walk worthy of the vocation wherewith you are what? Called. You walk worthy. Now, go back to that verse. Can you give me an amplified? Do you have other translations?
Alright guys, now the next part of the video you are going to be watching is when he was talking about vision. I actually wish I can bring this video for you. I was so touched watching the whole video. I was so blessed. So I would like you to just go to the the Salem Revival channel and just check out the full video. Please watch it to the end. You will love it, especially if you are a minister of the gospel. This will actually bless you. Or if you are a pastor serving under a particular ministry, or you are a pastor of any kind, this video or this teaching will actually bless you a lot. All right, so the next part of the video is when he was talking about vision and the vision of a man of God or vision of a pastor concerning his ministry. All right, that's when he actually talked about how when he was in the Redeemed Christian Church of God and how he made the greatest sacrifice. All right, so I love you to listen to this, but before you go into the video, for those of you coming new to my channel, kindly hit the subscribe button and subscribe, and if you ever like the video, hit the like button. Like today's video, guys. Watch this, I'll be right back.
However, one of the letters of Paul, he said, say to Archippus that see to it that you fulfill the ministry that's been committed to your hands. Listen, though. Vision, as far as ministry is concerned, is not necessarily what you saw in your dream. Vision is the vision of your ministry is the purpose for which the ministry has been set out. The purpose for which the ministry has been what? Set out. Why? Your vision is what explains the reason why God is calling you. And let me also give you this, because there's a common mistake. If you are an associate pastor, you can't have a vision. The vision of the house is your vision. Our vision in our ministry is to go and raise God's entire armies. We also use the word vision for the word mandate. Okay? So this is one of our pastors. He pastors Port Harcourt Church. That vision is his vision. It is already error. Can I teach? If you are serving under a ministry with a vision, and then you have another vision, it's called division. Only monsters have two heads. You submit yourself to the vision of the house. And it is not being number one or number two that see, you are either pursuing God's calling or pursuing success. Are you with me? When God calls you, if God says submit under a ministry, that is your what? Calling. If your esteem is not intact, you will give yourself a calling where there's no calling. Please be seated. I was pastoring in the Redeemed Christian Church of God, and I did that for some years. And I was more than sufficient. In fact, I insisted myself that one of the biggest sacrifices I've had to make is to leave the Redeemed Christian Church of God. So there was never a time that there was any ambition that we'll have a church. In fact, I used to tell our ministry that our people that if we ever become a church, leave. That's to tell you how much I didn't want to become. I don't envy pastors. I don't envy general overseers. Having 1,000 branches. Do you know what that means? Jesus had 12. Judas was there. So imagine 1,000 pastors. Do the maths. Are you following what I'm saying here? However, I was not disobedient to the heavenly vision. So you must understand. You have to get it right. Okay, let me push. Listen to this. The moment you get the mandate wrong, everything you will do as far as that ministry is concerned will be wrong. Everything. Everything you will do will be wrong. And I'll tell you why. The vision of the ministry God is giving to you is the purpose statement of the ministry. That if the purpose is wrong, you will abuse it. That's the reason why God is called. And I hear people, see, listen to what I'm saying. While you are seated here, if you are around the ministry, if you know that the vision is not clear, I'm not saying you should go and stop the ministry. I'm saying you should pause. Don't use arrogance to push a life that there's no future. See, so I tell you, what's the vision of your ministry? What's the mandate of ministry? It's not clear. They say God has said I should. Number one, your mandate can be general. It is specific. God has said I should go and raise Christians everywhere who are doing well. With the way the person is talking, you know he doesn't know what he's saying. It doesn't mean he doesn't have a calling. But he is not patient to hear Are you following what I'm saying? Don't listen to when you stand before people who know these things, humble yourself. Don't use your energy to say, but I know what God said. You don't know. So I hear people say, my mandate is to, and then you discover that there's no finger of God in it. Because God will not back up what he didn't call. He won't. So my mandate is to go and raise believers everywhere who are happy and doing life well. My mandate is to go and raise Christians everywhere who are doing well on different mountains. Which mountains? Kilimanjaro. Specific. Are you with me? First, you will know you have a calling before you know what the calling is. And understand that purpose becomes clearer with time and exposure. So, if you ask me what my understanding of going to raise end time armies is 10 years ago, and what my understanding of it is now, the distance or the difference is clear. Because as you mature, it becomes clearer.
Alright, my family, there you have it with the man of God by person of Apostle Femi Lazarus. I want to thank him very much for still sharing this thought again. Alright, because like I said before, the reason why I love this man of God is because he brings reality to the preachings that he gives. Alright, he makes it real. It makes you see that this is it. This is the real life. Alright. So I want to thank him so much for this wonderful message. All right, I'm sure that you were actually blessed by some of the thoughts he has shared. All right, even though he actually touched on the fact that the greatest sacrifice he had to make, or one of the greatest sacrifices he has to make, was leaving the Redeemed Christian Church. All right, so you see that he was growing. All right, he didn't just jump into ministry. All right, so one of the things that I learned in this video was the fact that you don't jump into ministry, and that was the first point that he gave. All right, you don't jump into ministry. You got to be trained into it. You got to be, there's a time for training. All right, and then in this last part talking about vision, he did explain, all right, that you got to have a vision. All right, you don't just live in a church, or you leave a church and say God has called you without a vision. All right, and most times vision is not actually what you see. All right, it is the life you live. It is what you do. It is who you are. All right, when once you understand it that way, then you know if God really calls you or not. So several things he has shared that has blessed me in today's video, and I would like to hear from you what has blessed you. So use the comment section, and for those of you coming very newly to my channel, just kindly hit the subscribe button and subscribe to this channel. And if you ever like the video, hit the like button, like to this video, guys. See you in my next video. Bye.